Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting edition of Psychic Sundays Live with your host, the Queen of Ooga Booga, Psychic Sally Diane. How you doing tonight, Sally?
I am doing great, and it's so great to see all of you. It's Victoria Day weekend, and I just couldn't wait to get my week started with Psychic Sundays Live. I think we're about 6 minutes early. See if anybody's here yet. Just a couple of announcements. We did make a couple of videos that we will be editing and posting later on in the week. I did a video on the future of the political parties in the United States, looking at them as a whole unit as opposed to just the Democrats versus the Republicans, because I think there's going to be some shakeups there. And the reading did show some shakeups. And then we did one on the Don. You know, he's just like the gift that keeps on giving. He's voted out of office, gone January 20th, and he's still here to entertain us. Okay, so, excuse me. So, some more announcements while everybody's coming on. You know, I always like to tell you about the Ghosts of the Queens, which is an upcoming event that we're doing with Haunting Live Podcast, guys. And we are just so looking forward to that. It's Halloween weekend. So that would be Friday, October 29th and Saturday, October 30th. And it is a $140 event, 2-day event, chock-a-block full of events. We start out with a really nice dinner at the Queen's Inn. With a name like the Queen's, it's got to be good food, and it is. And then we're going to have some speeches after dinner. I will be giving a speech on the Ghosts of the Queens. The Haunting Live Podcast guys will be talking about their experience as paranormal investigators, and they'll be telling you about some of the cool tools they use.
Well, that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Well, let them figure the rest out for themselves. We have lots of information from them online, hauntinglive.podcast.com, as well as the Queen of Ooga Booga channel on our Facebook page. And if you have any further questions on that, send Sally an email at the address on your screen.
Yes.
And in the meantime, we've got some friends here looking for answers and stuff like that.
Okay. Now, as I've promised you guys, we start out with our emails, and I do have some emails. Thank you to everybody who has sent me an email, and I hope that some of you who are here will also send me emails for next week. Anybody who sends me their email question before 7 o'clock on Sunday, the day of our broadcast, will have their questions read during this segment. So we will start out with an email from Samantha P as in Paul. And her question is, I was wondering how we might submit she wanted to know if they will move in 21 or 22. And so Samantha, we will look at Samantha and a move. And I'm using my old friends here, a deck of cards I've had for a very long time. It's a medieval Scapini. And looking at Samantha and a move. Okay. Samantha and a move. Okay, dead center, you've got the Hierophant, but it's reversed. And the Hierophant talks about doing things in a conventional way. But when it's reversed like that, it's time for you to do things in a non-conventional way. And usually when people talk about moving, it's not just into a house, it's into an apartment, into a condominium. But this feels like it's the creative mortgages, the land contracts, and the stuff like that. So look for creative ways to get yourself into a house. I think over the next 2 years you can do that. And it looks like you've tried before, but you haven't gotten when I see the Page of Swords, the pages are often messengers. And with the Sword reverse, it's messages that have made you very tense. And getting bad news around future housing does have a way of stressing us out. But let's see what's positive going on for you. Oh, good. Okay, so you've got the Six of Cups, but it's reversed. So it talks about maybe in the past, you've made some immature mistakes around housing and housing issues. It looks like even though they've impacted you negatively in the past, they won't in the future. It just feels like one thing that was working against you is kind of taken off the table this summer. So when I look at overall, yes, it looks like you can find a suitable place to live by 2022. And when I see the Hierophant, it's kind of like that long-term planning. This might be a time for you to make a plan as far as getting real estate of your own, as opposed to, say, finding another rental. Okay, so our next person is Nessa, and Nessa would like a general reading. So we can do that, a general reading for Nessa. It feels like Nessa's really close to some sort of a crossroady place. It feels like she's going to have some decisions coming up ahead. I'm just getting the vision of the crossroads there. Okay, so we have the Ace of Cups. So there is a new beginning. It is reversed so that it's not necessary, when I look going forward, you have a new beginning, but there's a little bit of doubt and suspicion around it. So it kind of says, go with new opportunities that come your way, but be cautious as well. Let's see why that is. Okay, so this talks about things moving fast, and it feels to me like when opportunities and changes, positive opportunities come your way, they don't come just one at a time. They come two or three at a time. So this is why I'm kind of getting that be cautious. Take your time before you say yes to any opportunity, because they will be offered to you 2 and 3 at a time. Okay, even though this is in a positive spot, it's not necessarily a good card. It's talking about, this is talking about negative people. And this says that you can put your boundaries up around negative people. So the best thing you can do for yourself, just back away from anything toxic. And it looks like you will have the room to do that. So toxic situations when they come up, Nessa. Say no to those, say no fast, and good opportunities. Say I'll think about it and give it a day or two just to see what else comes up. Okay, so I think we have 6 today. Let's see who's next. Okay, next is Virgo Queen. Hello, Virgo Queen. It's so nice to see you. And, she's worrying about children again. Virgo Queen, make sure that you enjoy the romantic side of your relationship right now, because trust me, once kids come, the romance kind of goes out the window. It's 2 o'clock feedings and dirty diapers will do that. Okay, so don't be in too much of a hurry, but we're still going to see children for Virgo Queen. Okay, children for Virgo Queen. Yep, we still get, this card keeps coming up for you again and again in the subject of children. And you still have them coming 2 at a time. And this has got the Ace of Wands around it, and then there's this fiery energy around it. So it's coming in pretty fast. Enjoy your freedom while you got it, girl. Enjoy it while you got it. Enjoy it while you've got it. You've got the Fool reverse, which works against you. And this right here, And I've already told you about this before. Don't forget to enjoy what life is putting in front of you right now. Because right now, you've got the sweetest dessert in front of you with a brand new relationship full of lust and going in the right direction. This is a time to really enjoy that. But yeah, kids are coming. Kids are coming. Kids are coming. And okay, so what else can it tell me about that? It looks like usually it's the wedding, then the children. It feels like for you it's the children, then the wedding. But you're still on the right path, girl. Relax, enjoy it. Have a glass of wine while you still can. Okay, so let's see who's next.
We have a lot of questions lined up here.
Oh, I'm going as fast as I can, folks. Okay, so Swaggy Star was wondering what June brings for her boyfriend and her. So, Swaggy Star in June. Okay, so Swaggy Star. Love the name. Some of my viewers have the most awesome titles. Okay, June brings you into balance, and it feels like some of the things that have been on hold for a while start coming into play. It feels almost like if you've been working from home, you're going to be called to go back into the office. It just feels like it just has a feeling of things gearing up for you in June. So look for there to be a busy June, but it's kind of like this a meatiness to it. Like it's not just busy for the sake of busyness or rushing around for the sake of rushing around. You're going to have a very productive June. So make sure that you have your brain engaged really well. Yeah, you're warned about getting into illusion, delusion. Sometimes when things start going good, we kind of let ourselves go into daydream world, and this is not a good time for you to go into daydream world. This is a good time for you to really engage in what's in front of you, because June is a very active month. And you've got the Ten of Swords too. And again, because it's, I know this is a very negative card, but it's in a very positive spot. So this is, again, warning about negative people and keep them at arm's length. And this feels like work is becoming more active. This has got a worky kind of feel toward it. So you and your boyfriend are both kind of getting more engaged in work, and you've got the warning to engage in work and the opportunities that work brings you in June, but do not engage in office politics. Okay. And I think we have one more. Yeah, one more. And the last one is Wicked Fairy. Oh, another one of my people there in the Lust. Oh, my goodness. My goodness gracious. And she's asking about, I know. she's asking about intimacy. Intimacy with her Taurus. Oh boy. We're gonna have to have a fire extinguisher and those two get together.
Intimacy with the Taurus.
Yeah.
With that car crash love.
I know. Okay, so you might have to get a little bit more aggressive with him as far as telling him what to do. Trust me, I've been with this guy over 20 years. I had to tell him the first time to kiss me. I had to tell him to kiss me. Now, it might be time for you to tell him that your Taurus to kiss you. Absolutely. Absolutely. Tell him what you want. Make the first move. Tell him to kiss you. It worked for me. And it will work for you.
Well then.
And thank you, everybody, for sending your emails. And for those of you who are too shy to ask on air, just go ahead and send me an email, and you'll get read in the first segment of the show.
Wonderful.
Okay, so
let's see. Are you ready for live questions?
I am ready for live questions.
All right.
Yes.
Welcome, everybody. Haunting Live is here. Marianne, Virgo Queen, Patricia, Marcy, thank you for being here and moderating. We're going to start off with Marianne. Is my friend Vita hiding something from me?
It's funny, Marianne, because you've dabbled a little bit, and you've got enough of the shine to you, if you will. You've got enough psychic ability that you could actually, if you got into semi-meditative mood, actually reach out and find out for yourself. But that's okay, because I'm going to find out for you right now. What is Vita hiding? Well, okay, you've got a reassurance here. You know, that as far as you and this individual isn't necessarily hiding something from you, but he is hiding something, and it has to do with a personal loss that he's trying to keep to himself. He's having a hard time getting over. That's what's being hidden. But as far as you and this individual, there's love here. There's love here. This is a relationship that gives to both of you. So when he is ready to talk about the loss, he will. Okay, so who's next?
Next we have Patricia, who would like a general reading.
Oh, so nice to see you, Patricia. General reading and...
love reading.
Love reading. Oh, even better. Love looking into people's love lives. Okay, so love for Patricia. And we're using the Pamela Coleman Smith Centennial deck, which has 4 bonus cards. Apparently there's another deck that has 2 different bonus cards. I sure would like to have that deck too. Add those cards into this deck. Okay, so love life for Patricia. Maybe you'll get one of the bonus cards. Ooh, you've got the Knight of Swords dead center, and the Knight of Swords is, like, out of all the knights, he's the one that moves the fastest. So there's something coming in, and there's something coming in fast, almost too fast. Like when it happens, it's, you know, kind of a whirlwind romance. Well, it feels like you've waited long enough. When I see the 2 of Wands here, kind of reversed, it just tells me you've been looking out just way too long. And it feels almost like they're showing me, like in the 2 of Wands, there's one that's secured. So there's somebody around you that's sort of your go-to sort of, I can count on this person for a relationship. That person's locked in, and yet you're wondering what else is out there. Well, trust me, something's coming in fast. Let's hope it's something good. It's something good. It's something good. You've got the Knight of Swords and the Queen of Swords, and they are a matched pair. The Knight and the Queen are a better pair than the Queen and the King, because it should be the woman that's a little bit more mature. But it looks like somebody's coming in, something whirlwind. I hope that you're ready for this. It's something that you will love. Somebody that is a little less experienced, a little younger than you, because you're the one that's in charge here, which works just fine. So you don't have to worry about Old Faithful. Okay, so who's next?
Let me scroll back up here. Oh, yes, Kevin would like a general reading.
Hi, Kevin. It's nice to see you. A general reading. So let's see.
Live, if there's an echo here, I am not hearing it.
Oh, more technical difficulties. Okay, Kevin. Let's see what... Okay, Kevin, when I look ahead at the summer, you've got 6 of Cups, which the 6 of Cups doesn't necessarily talk about a money kind of productive summer, but it does talk about summer that's good for the heart and good for the family. So this summer you are going to be doing a lot of getting back together with family and friends, and it just feels like you're getting back to your old self. So it feels nice. It really does. Yeah, you've missed your friends, and it feels like during the pandemic you've managed to do a thing or two to get yourself more stable financially. But then again, it's the heart stuff. My friends, I want to see my friends again. I want to have a normal life again. Yep. Okay, and positively aspected, you've got the Five of Cups. So it does tell me, and it's reversed. So the Five of Cups is about loss, but when it's reversed, it talks about focusing in on what you still have left. So some of the people who have been separated from you due to the pandemic, just those friendships not all of them are coming back, but enough of them are that you're going to have a very good summer.
Well, that was a general reading for Kevin.
Kevin, yes.
Next we have, sweet baby girl wants to go on vacation this summer with her guy. Will that happen?
Oh. A lot of people are going to be going on vacations. There's like a 2-year backlog of planned vacations. Sweet baby girl and her sweet, sweet guy, yes. The chariot came bouncing out. I don't even have to go any further than that. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, you will be going on vacation this summer.
Well, that answers that question.
Yeah.
Haunting Live would like to know about Stratford's Farmers Market, whether they're going to be able to do that. Not quite sure what that means.
But being a Stratfordian, we love our farmers market.
Indeed we do.
Yes. Okay. Is Haunting Live, is this about having your own booth at Stratford's Farmers Market or the Stratford's Farmers Market in general? Let's just let me just see what the cards have to say, and I'll get a sense of it from them. Okay, so that makes sense. There's an opening for you, but it's going to be a little bit too expensive. Now, Stratford's full of itself, but it does talk about like negatively aspected. You have the past, but it's the past reversed, and it's kind of something about this situation is a situation that you get yourself into time and again. And so this is kind of saying, when things don't go your way, learn from the past. Learn from your past mistakes. Don't keep making the same mistakes over and over and over again. Oh, good. Okay, so it is going to be too much. But on the positive side, in the process of finding out all the information about the farmer's market, you make a few very good connections here. So you're not going to get what you're looking for, but you're going to get leads on something else. So it's still a good idea for you to go ahead and do this. So look into it and see what it gets you, because it'll get you something.
Okay, well that was a reading for...
That was for Haunting Live
That was for
podcast.
Haunting Live.
Yeah.
Next we have Astrid.
Hi, Astrid.
How can I know if Susa Rash? Let me try that one again. Susa Rash. Nope, not getting it. Will message me soon. So she's waiting for a message from some guy.
I know. Oh, that's nice. So you've got 9 diamonds. Interesting. Okay, so the card that came flying out of the deck is 9 of diamonds, and it's a red card, so that's a positive card. Now, diamonds are actually associated with fire, so it does look like you are going to get things are going to start picking up over the next, it's giving me 9. And I'll say 9 weeks, but I think it might be even bigger than that. But you are going to hear from more than one person. So you're waiting for this guy to send you a message, but you're going to get somebody else who's going to show interest in you as well. So you might have a choice there. Not that you want anybody else, but it's nice to have a choice. Always nice to have a choice. So let's see. Yes. Yeah, he'll get in touch with you within 2 weeks. Should be 2 hours, as far as I'm concerned. Okay, so what works against you? It feels like it feels sort of like the thing that works against you and kind of puts a barrier between the two of you is it feels like you guys have come from 2 different worlds. So there's that worry about whether you guys will mesh there. Okay, the Queen of Hearts. Well, it was a love reading, and you've got the 2 of Hearts and the Queen of Hearts in a very positive aspect. So even though there is this worry about whether or not you guys are really meant for each other, whether you're from it's just like the difference in backgrounds, whether it's difference in nationality, religion, perspective, whatever. There's a difference there that seems to be an obstacle, but it does seem like you guys are going to overcome that, and in the not too distant future, because you're worried about a chain of communication opening there, and in this card it shows communication opening up with the Queen, and that is you. It says Dame. With the heart, the Queen of Cups is somebody who is satisfied in love. So give him a couple weeks, but know that the universe is going to send you some choices. So maybe it's time for you to think about whether he's really what you want.
And
Just
while
saying.
you're thinking about that, make sure to give us a like, subscribe, and share. And next we have a question for JoJo, who's looking for a car.
Okay, JoJo. These were shuffling nicely, but maybe I need to get something else. But JoJo gets cards, and this is it's a fancy deck, but still just a playing card deck. Okay, you have to work out the money aspect of it. You might want to find a way to put a little bit more money toward a car. Okay, so there's the 6 there, 5 there. Okay, so yeah, it says right here that overall you don't have enough money right now to get a car, but over the next few weeks you will get, because I'm getting a 5 here, so I'm thinking that's 5 weeks. I know that there's a lot of people going, but it's the 5th month, but it just feels like I got more time than that, because it feels like it's just going to take you about a month or so to raise enough money to get the car that you want. But it's there. You got more red than black. It's positive.
Well, there we go.
Well.
Denise is looking for a relationship with Brad. Will that actually happen?
Bet your eyes right, and they will. Okay, Denise. Denise and Brad. And I'm going to the Leanermon. It's actually the Maybe Leanermon by Ryan Edwards. And I really like this deck. Oh, this deck. Sorry.
Okay.
The Leanermon. And she wanted a relationship with Brad.
Yeah. Will it actually ever materialize?
Okay, you're kind of getting a little bit of a warning. Some people are high maintenance. And Brad is one of them. You might find him to be a little bit of a drama queen. So maybe one of the ways to materialize a relationship, if you really want a relationship with this guy, is to pay a little bit more attention to his drama, because he does like his drama. Just saying. And we'll see what else the Leanermon has to say about Mr. Brad. Okay, so it does feel like this relationship, I think that when you first met him, he might have been on the tail end of a relationship, because it feels like when you guys first started kind of bonding and getting to know each other, he had somebody else on the hook. There was somebody else there, but he moved beyond it, because right now is a fortunate time for you. Your luck is on the rise, and it does feel like there's going to be a little bit more of a closeness within the cycle of the moon. It gives me something about, oh, no, wait a second. That makes perfect sense. Okay, yeah, you guys are going to get stronger over the summer. It looks like the romance is going to blossom really big during the time of Cancer, which is like mid-June to mid-July. And it looks like you guys are going to get even more serious. It looks like Cancer and Leo are times when that relationship is really going. And at the end of the relationship, you've got two hearts, two people together in a heart, strong, got the lion there. So, yeah, it looks pretty good for you and Mr. Bradley. Just don't forget, he's a drama queen.
Woo! I see that all sorts of Real Housewives shows up.
Yeah.
Is there an all-male edition of that yet?
Isn't that RuPaul's drag?
No, I meant like Real House Husbands. Anyhow, next we want Kim wants to know about work life.
Hi, Kim. Kim and work. And I'm going to just keep on with the Lenormand. I like the Lenormand. Okay, the first thing that I need to tell you is just because you benefit from somebody's loss doesn't mean that you created that loss. And I'm just throwing that right out there, because when I see what's going on work-wise over the next 4 weeks, it feels like you've got somebody, not you, who is might be caught doing something wrong. It feels like that somebody loses their job, but it's in a not good I know there's no good way to lose your job, but it looks like that it's almost like there's something punitive around there, that like maybe there's embezzling or something like that, but it doesn't have anything to do with you, other than the fact that this person getting caught and losing their job puts you in a position to move forward. Which goes back to what I say, just because you benefit from somebody else's loss does not mean that you created that loss. So do not feel guilty when you are offered a good position. Take it. So yeah, you'll move ahead at work.
Okay, that was for Kim. Next we have AP.
Hi,
Who's
AP.
looking for a future husband. Will she meet him through G and Joe? This definitely sounds like a question for the match game ball.
Yeah.
Some back order from China.
You know, folks, I think I actually am going to get a Magic 8 ball. Okay, so anyhow. Future husband that was JoJo?
No, AP.
AP, future husband for AP. We're not going to worry about who you meet him through. Let's just look at a future husband and let the cards tell you how you'll meet him, okay? So, future husband for AP.
And if you're hearing anything in the background, folks, it's firework weekend.
Yes, you will meet somebody this year over the summer. You have the sun dead center with the Lenormand. You know, this one right here, you know, and it shows like a coming together, an agreement, and it almost feels like a blind date, but it's not well aspected. So it makes me wonder if the friends that you're looking at setting you up is actually how you're going to meet somebody. I don't think so. I think that you will meet somebody new over the summer but it's somebody totally new and probably somebody that your friends don't know yet. Because this just feels so powerful, so faded. I think this is you and you yourself finding somebody, or somebody finding you, but the universe is going to put you together with somebody over the summer.
Well, there you go, AP. Have some fun times this summer. Blueberry, welcome. Thanks for subscribing. You're doing us a big favor for doing that. So we'll get to your question right now.
And remember to like and share.
Blueberry's name is T, and he wants to go to a good university in the next 4 months. Will he get that admission?
Okay. T and university.
Good university.
They can all be good. It's what you make of them. Okay. Yeah. You've got the dead center. You've got the garden, and a lot of times when I see this, and there's this town Kitchener that's nearby, and they do hot air balloons a lot. And this card has a hot air balloon, so I always think of Kitchener when I see it. And especially since you're asking about universities, it makes me wonder if we're looking at the University of Waterloo or Wilfrid Laurier or something like that. But you do have, in the area of university, you have something about a garden around it, a garden, a park. Yeah. You'll hear something in about 5 weeks. Perfect. Yep. And I think that is yes, because it looks like you are a happy camper in September. All right.
Yeah, well, that's when 4 months would be.
That's when 4 months would be.
All right, Suzanne's here looking for the next 2 weeks ahead.
The next 2 weeks. The next 2 weeks for lovely Suzanne. So nice to see you. And everybody out there, remember to like. That helps us a lot, and it helps us even more when you share it and you tell your friends about us. Okay, so Suzanne. Yeah. See what the next 2 weeks hold for Suzanne. Oh, that's so nice. The next 2 weeks, you've got the train. So the train's talking about things, getting ahead of steam and moving ahead. It actually feels, because things have been going pretty good for you work-wise, and it feels like you still got that going on, but it feels like there's something to do with a man, with your relationship with a man that you've kind of put out in the woods, you've kind of put out in the weeds, you've kind of put on hold, and this is a good time for you to activate it. And if you don't activate it, he will, because it looks like I see him coming towards you with kind of a peace offering, if you will. So I'm happy with the direction you're headed. It also feels like you might be doing some traveling over the next little while. You might have maybe an overnight in Toronto or something like that. Because it feels like this is traveling for work coming up. Okay. Thank you for tuning in every week, Suzanne.
Well, it sounds like we're missing some pretty good fireworks out there. Hi, Princess Nee. Will I move abroad? It's something I really want.
Well, there's free will. Of course you can. Let's just look at your path to moving abroad, because of course you can do what you want to. It's a free country. And it does look like you have somebody who can help you. And the King of Swords, and he shows up, where there's the bouquet, where there's the flower being offered here. So there's somebody who has some information or somehow to help you as far as traveling abroad. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. Yeah, yeah. And it's giving me within a 3. And because of the little guy in the wine barrel, I'm thinking maybe Italy, because it's someplace that's about wine. And as I say Italy around wine, I'm reminded that France and Portugal and Spain are also well known for their wine. So we're still getting something with a real European feel about it. And the number 3, which tells me within a 3, you can be on your way to making plans, travel plans. And when I went over here, I went, wow, wow, wow. Because the one thing about traveling abroad is I see, and I might be mixing the two of them up, but when I look at what's on the horizon for you with that, I see somebody new coming into your life, because you've got the main man here, the guy doffing his hat. So I think you're going to find romance there too. And you never know, you might be in her heart that she feels like she'll find romance traveling abroad.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Happens.
That happens. Well, it's a romantic thing to do.
Before you know it, all your family has to fly away for a wedding. We're inviting everybody to England. All right, who's next? Amy, will I have a new job next week?
Ooh. Wow.
Yeah, we're missing some good fireworks here.
We are. Whoops. There'll be a bit of a stall, because you're asking that next week, and I'm getting 8 or 9 days on that. But it does look like there's something new, because I'm seeing you being grounded somewhere.
So
Yeah, within 2 weeks. Not next week, but within 2 weeks, you'll have a new job. And I think it might feel like there's some kind of an obstacle there, because you feels like you get kind of a tentative, well, we're going to see, we want to talk to you in 2 days, but then it gets stalled, because there's a few obstacles around it, but it's still a go. You still get it within 3 weeks, within 2 or 3 weeks. And it just feels like it's just the technicalities that stall it. It is a go. It is something that comes through. And it's big. It's major. Congratulations, Amy.
Hey, sorry if I'm slow on the camera switch there, folks. I'm reading the chat and I get lost. Speaking of reading the chat, Amanda's looking for a general reading.
Amanda, I am going to pull out the tarot cards for you. My old friends.
She deserves that.
Yes. Amanda. Yes, of course she does. And my shoulders gotten strong enough that I can actually rifle the cards again. Love healing. Okay, so what was Amanda's question?
Sure, make me scroll back. General reading.
General reading for Amanda. Okay, Amanda. Amanda, you are your own worst enemy as far as moving forward. You get so caught up in the little details, and you look at things from a negative perspective, I think, because the first thing the cards say is that you don't look at it from, I can't do it because this and this and this. You have to take a can-do attitude. If you want to do something and it's ever been done by any human ever, then it's possible for you to do it too. And that's a way to look at things from a positive point of view. Ooh, Amanda. Okay, so do not listen to negativity. Do not let yourself be imprisoned by negativity. And this is a good time for you to stand up for yourself. And whoever around you is pouring toxic poison in your life, get rid of them. Get rid of the negative people, because life really wants to send you a nice new beginning. And this has love and friendship in it. So whoever's been telling you that you're not worthy, whoever's been pouring poison into your hopes and dreams, you've got to get rid of that person, Amanda, because your life wants to happen to you, and it does not include that person.
All right, that was a general reading for Amanda. Next, we have Grace.
Hi,
like
Grace.
a love reading. Who's coming?
Love.
When?
Who loves love? Oh, and Amanda, hey, you get the runes. Who is that? No, Grace.
No, Grace gets the runes. Amanda had the tarot.
The Amanda had the tarot. Grace, you get the runes. Okay, so. Okay, good handful there. And so, if you can see this, it's like all these show up upside down, upside down, upside down, until you get right to the end. And then you've got Jarrow, which is harvest, which talks about something coming in fast. And you have Thagos, which is rapid change. Okay, so I'll move it in screen. So all these are about whatever pursuit you're taking right now in the area of love. And the first thing that the runes are telling me is that you're taking the wrong path and you're looking at the wrong person. When I see Jarrow and Thagos, these two together, it just tells me that there's somebody around you who's in the friend zone, who's hard in the friend zone, who comes out as a lover. So there is going to be a rapid change there. This is about what your expectations are. And your expectations are nothing like what's going to actually happen. Yeah. It's kind of like you think that you're being loyal. You've got a relationship around you that you've been working on for some time, and you see that time as being an investment. No. If you're with somebody for 10 years, you haven't spent 10 years of your life. You haven't invested 10 years of your life with that person. That person has just been with you as you've lived 10 years of your life. Do not see a relationship as an investment. And if the relationship isn't going anywhere, the amount of time doesn't matter. Well. Yeah. It's kind of like when I said somebody's coming out of the friend zone to become a lover. I think you know who this person is, and it's not who you're focusing all your attention on right now. Life is definitely going to make you change your attention. So ultimately, love will lead you in a very good spot. You're just looking in the wrong direction right now, and that's okay.
Woo for the underdog.
Woo! It is definitely the underdog wins this time.
Christina would like to know whether the guy she's dating is going to be willing to commit to her, a long-term relationship there. Or whether she should just cut him loose now, have some fun, and kick him to the curb.
Okay. And who is this?
Christina.
Christina in commitment.
And the guy she's dating.
Christina and the guy she's dating. Oh my. Well, first off, you get Thor's ass, and that just tells me this guy's, it's almost like he's not growing up yet. It's kind of like his attention is going everywhere but you. And so I'm not too sure about that, and there's a reason why I said, "Oh my." We'll get into that. It looks like life is going to make this guy grow up. Work-wise, home-wise, in every aspect, life is kind of kicking him toward adulthood. So he's not going to be able to be a teenage boy forever. He's getting pushed ahead work-wise to succeed, to start thinking about the needs of the future. Things change for you guys come fall. Things change for you, and the reason being, it just feels like he does get serious. does get serious, and he does start thinking about, home and setting up housekeeping, this fall. And the final word is Burkana. And this is a baby. And I see you having a baby with this guy next year.
So he's trading in his game console for Diaper Genie?
Yep.
Okay, next we have...
Kicking and screaming all the way, might I add.
Well, I think that happens. Every guy's got to give up his game console. Queen G would like a general message.
Queen royalty. Okay, a general message. What time are we getting to?
It is almost 9:45.
Okay, because there's something very special I want to try at the end of the show. Just for you guys. Okay.
Oh, good. A surprise for me.
A surprise for you indeed. Okay, so Queen G. Woo. Okay, what was she wanting to know about?
A general message.
A general message. Trust that your life is going as it should. You have all these, and I'm going to turn these up right side up, but the crown here, the crowning touch is Uruz, and that's the ox, and we're in the year of the ox. So things are unfolding this year as they should, and I get this feeling that life might be kicking your butt a little bit. The universe does that just to adjust our position. Yeah, as you're coming out of winter, I think that winter was maybe frustrating and there was a lot of obstacles. So as you're coming into the now, it looks like first off you're focusing on relationships and probably what you want and what you expect from a relationship. And surprisingly enough, whoever you're, the relationship that is around you, looks like it does change more toward what can we do for each other. This whole thing of, I'm good at this, you're good at that, and we can do this together kind of thing. So there's more of an idea of symbiosis and synchronicity working through the summer, and as far as relationships and things around the home. It looks like there's roots being put down around a home over the summer. Jesus, yeah, this is a good year for you to go with the flow, because when I look at where you end up with it this year, you end up in a happier place. You have Suelu, which is the sun, but you also have Fehu, which talks about long-term prosperity. And this time next year, you will be working on long-term stability and expansion of family and home. So you're headed in a pretty good direction. Just let the universe lead you where it wants to lead you, because it's leading you to a pretty sweet spot.
Speaking of sweet spot, those fireworks are still going off.
Yes, they are.
Next, we'll have Selena, who also would like to know about her love life.
Okay, Selena, and I'm just going to mix it up a little bit and grab the Pamela Coleman Smith deck again. Selena's love life. Whew. You're finding some balance there. I hope that doesn't mean you're juggling two men. We'll see. If you are, you're doing it pretty well. Okay. Okay, so I'm wondering even more if you're juggling two men at once here, because it looks like you need to bring things into balance, but you also have to make up your mind over the summer. And when I look at it, you're going to be asked to make up your mind about decisions. But sometimes it's easy to let ourselves be manipulated or misinformed by well-meaning friends and that. So when you make up your mind about a relationship around you, base it totally on your own observations and your own feelings. Be very careful not to let others manipulate you when it comes to the future of your relationships. Okay.
Well, that was for Selena. Next, we have Dr. Victor, who would like a career reading.
Dr. Victor.
Marcy, it's time to cut off the questions. The questions that are up will get answered.
Okay, so Dr. Victor. Victor. Okay, so sometimes when things go wrong and you say, "Well, I didn't want that anyway," people tell you sour grapes. Not sour grapes this time. It looks like you've had a setback, but the setback actually has put you in a better position. So it feels like a loss, but it's actually you dodged a bullet career-wise there. It's funny. It's got 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you dodged a bullet. It feels like you've had some obstacles over the past little while, but as far as changes go, there is maybe a separate stream, a different direction that you're taking, and it also feels like there's going to be a little bit more money, career-wise, to work with to set up a practice or what have you. This really feels like, you asked about career, and it really feels like whatever you thought you had falls through, but it's a good thing because whatever direction you were taking doesn't move forward fast enough. And all you need is a little bit of money and to get started. All right.
Well, that was for Dr. Victor. Next, we have Christy, who's looking for a career, and will her family grow?
Baby in business. And that's Christy, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Baby in business for Christy. Nice. Sorry, we're missing the fireworks. Oh, good, Christy. You've got good fortune coming your way. You've got the Wheel of Fortune. It tells me that things that haven't gone well for you in the past will start going well for you. It's just you're entering into a lucky cycle of your life. So this is a good time for you to push your luck a bit. And know that you don't have to do it alone. There's always somebody who will help you. And so remember, your ego is not your friend. Yes, you can do everything by yourself, but you can do it so much better, so much more effectively if you have somebody help you. This was about business and expansion of family, which I'll throw another card for expansion of family, but it feels like I said, you're coming into a lucky period because these two really feel like business, because somebody who has been a naysayer, one of your naysayers is basically going to take a stumble, and that's just a karma kind of thing. As far as you and relationships and family expansion, yeah, your family's coming together pretty good. There's a picture of a wedding here. All right. So thank you very much. Remember to like and share. Please share with all your friends. Tell everybody about us.
Yeah, well, every week we're getting more and more people coming in to watch. I checked before we got on air. We have over 280 subscribers now. And next we have Lashika.
Hi,
Like a
Lashika.
love reading.
Love looking at love. Who doesn't love love? Okay. Love for Lashika. And everybody, even if you don't get your questions answered, I've got a special surprise for everybody at the end of the show. You guys are going to love this. Okay, so this is Lashika wants to know about love.
For sale.
Yeah. Okay, Lashika. The name of this card is Misdirection. And when I put it down, let me just say the bitches be jealous. You gotta be careful, because don't let somebody else's jealousy make you take a wrong direction or feel like the love in your life is less than what it is. Don't let... Boy, I tell you, I've already said one naughty word. I'm about ready to say another one. Don't let your friends piss in your cornflakes when it comes to relationships. In one ear and out the other. When love goes well, if it's not going so well for your friends, sometimes women get that way and they get catty. And I do see women getting catty around you, which means love is going very well for you. Very well indeed. You have the world. So anything that your friends want to say to run them down, in one ear, out the other. They're jealous.
Yeah, you call them.
I'll tell them.
Anyhow, next we have Kelly Saunders, who has
Hi,
a
Kelly.
spirit dog that she can't connect with. The dog is in her house.
And you can't connect with it?
Yeah, she's not been successful with that. She's having, well, what's going on there? Why is Fido not liking me? Change the food you give him.
It's funny because I was leave a milk bone in the corner. Interesting, really interesting. So I think this might have been one of your pets. This might have been a dog that you knew when it was alive, because you've got the past and the past working against you. It's kind of like you're trying to bring this dog's spirit back when actually you need to bring another dog into your life. Yeah. The cards are saying that you don't need a spirit dog. You need a real dog, and that's why the spirit dog is kind of backing off, because you need to bring a flesh and blood dog, and then the spirit dog can talk to you through the dog. But you got to bring another one into your life, and you will get you will get an opportunity to bring a new dog into your life in June.
Right on.
Right on, indeed.
Get those de-shedding brushes ready. Okay, next we have Nav, who's looking to hear from AB. Can't you people just contact the guy you want? What's wrong with that?
I know it's hard. Well, it really is. Get insecure.
But it's beyond hard. It's gotten a lot harder. With the current time and climate that we're in, a lot of men might be scared to make the first move. When a knock on the door might be considered harassment.
Yeah, like I said before, I had to tell this guy to kiss me.
The rest is censored.
It is. It really is. I didn't have to tell him what to do next. Okay, what was this about?
Nav is looking to hear from AB.
Ooh. 6, 7. Yeah, I'm not really getting good cards around this. It's kind of like this is someone that you should just let it go for now and focus on anything else in your life except for this, because there's just too much toxin, too much something happening here, and it's not involved with you, and it's not within your control. It just impacts you. But there is something tearing him apart, and I'm not sure whether this is a good thing or a bad thing. But it just, like, it feels like he's being stolen away from you. And you don't need a guy who can be stolen away from you. Yeah, that's a way to put it. And I know that's not what you want to hear, and I know that usually I'm a positive person, which is why the cards are just giving me the message so strongly. There's just no way I can candy coat this. Yeah.
Well, we're all out of sugar anyway. Kira would like a
so
general
delicious.
reading.
Kira, thank you for tuning in. And with everybody, remember to like and like, share, subscribe. And who are we looking at?
Kira.
Kira. And that's just a general reading, right?
Correct.
Okay, Kira and a general reading. Got to get one more shuffle. Kira and a general reading. Oh, this is a good time for you to trust yourself. It's also a good time for you to be looking at classes, extra learning experiences. It just feels like this is a time for you to be gathering knowledge. Okay. Yeah, Kira, it feels like right now you haven't been able to move it forward as fast as you wanted to, but that's coming to an end. You know, the next couple of months is a good time for you to be making plans for the future, because when August rolls around, a lot of the restrictions that you have in front of you, a lot of the things that are blocking you are going to fall away. So things are going to open up for you really fast in August. So this is a good time for you to start thinking about what you want to be when you grow up and where you want life to take you next. This is a time to be planning. Okay, Kira.
All right. Next we have Maryam, who's pining after Muhammad. How does he feel about her? As if he knows.
Okay, that's a 1. That's enough. Okay, so Marianne wants to know about Muhammad. Well, interesting. We've got judgment positively aspected. So far, so good. Something about you he thinks about you a lot. Thinks about you a whole lot. A whole lot. He thinks about you a lot. I'm wondering if there's some sort of a cultural bridge or something that you have to cross there, because he thinks about you a lot, but then he also thinks about the future. That might be why he's stalling a bit. Yeah, he's been hurt before. And that's got nothing to do with you, and you can't let him use that to manipulate you. But that's one of the reasons why he's slow right now, because he's a little gun shy. Remember the very first thing I told you, where this guy thinks about you. I know he's moving slowly, but you've got to be really careful not to listen to rumors and conjecture and the like. You know, I know that this guy, he takes his time. You know, he makes you wait, he makes you wait, he makes you wait. But his heart's in the right place. He's just slow. I didn't mean that in an intellectual way. I meant that as far as how he moves forward. He's careful, very, very careful about who he lets in his life. But know that you might hear some things about him that aren't true. Are not. Okay.
All right, next we have Lady Lilith, who would like a general reading.
My lady.
And I think we're going to stop it at that point.
And everybody stay tuned because, of course, I do have a little surprise for everybody after we read Lady Lilith. Whoops. Okay, so not with that deck. We'll use this deck. Okay, so. And anybody who didn't get a reading tonight, just remember to send an email to the Queen of Ooga Booga at gmail.com because all the questions that I get before 7 o'clock on the night of the show will be answered on the show. So you will be read first if you send me an email. Okay, so Lady Lilith, and Lady Lilith wanted to know what?
A general reading.
A general reading. Okay, so you've got the Five of Swords and you've got the Three of Wands, and they're kind of they're sort of opposite of each other. It feels like the gates have opened up career-wise. So the path forward for you right now, it's good to focus in on career and how you can get forward career-wise. It does feel like there's been obstacles and some betrayals and gossip and that, as far as personal relationships go. But if you focus in on work, the interpersonal relationships will clear up on their own. Because once you start feeling more successful, some of the people who have been not good for you, it'll be easy to kind of let them go. All right. Well. I did say that you were having difficulties relationship-wise and to focus in on work. And yeah, because there seems to be like a little issue here with somebody who hasn't been as committed as they should. But as it does say, you can bring yourself into balance here. So follow the card's advice. Focus in on work and being productive that way, because as you go forward work-wise and become more successful work-wise, you'll find that the delinquent male here will follow along. Yes, that's a way to get beyond whatever's going on relationship-wise with you. Okay.
Well, that was the last reading for tonight. Apparently, we have a surprise.
We have a surprise for everybody. And what I want to do here, I'm going to pick out 3 cards. Oh, you'll see. So we get card number 1, card number 2, and card number 3. Okay, so I want everybody to look at the cards, and you have card number 1, card number 2, or card number 3. And I want you to pick out whichever one kind of resonates with you, and that's your message for this week. Okay, so card number 1. And card number 1 is the 8 of Swords. And the 8 of Swords tells us that we're not as blocked off as we think we are. You might feel sorry for that guy, but the message here is that there's an opening in front of you. One foot in front of the other, and don't accept obstacles. You know, sometimes obstacles are illusionary, and this week they are. Don't take no for an answer. So anybody who picked number 2 as their message for this week, what they got is the Tower. And the Tower, even though it talks about things crumbling down, it talks about new opportunities in the face of things falling by the wayside. So things that are unnecessary for you this week will kind of fall out of your life, but know that it brings new beginnings, because there's always new beginnings with the Tower. And finally, number 3, and number 3 is the Fool, which is such a positive card. I've got a big tattoo on my arm of the Fool. The Fool is about new opportunities. It is reversed, which tells me that you have to look a little harder for the opportunities. But this week, if the Fool was the card you chose, look extra hard for opportunities around you. You know, the salesmen say that when a door opens, you shove your foot in. So this week, if a door opens a little bit, shove your foot in it and go for it. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Remember to watch the Queen of Ooga Booga channel for the videos that I've made on the latest with the Trump, the crime syndicate, if you will. Keep in mind, this is for entertainment purposes only. And then there's another one coming up, which shows the future of the political parties in the United States. And I am also going to be doing another one on Meghan and Harry. So those are things to look for this week. Videos coming up. Thank you so much for tuning in. Tune in again next week at 9 p.m. for Psychic Sundays Live with your queen, Sally Diane, and our handsome producer.
Good night, everybody. Have a
great
happy
week.
Victoria Day weekend. Cheers. Be safe. Be well. Watch this.
Hi, everybody. Sally Diane here with Haunting Live Podcast, and they're going down into the basement of the Queen's.
We've been granted access to the basement. This location did have a great fire. How are you feeling right now, Trev? Don't be afraid.